Both companies use eucalyptus.
NANI?
Both companies use eucalyptus. Over the last year, you have been bombarded with advertisements from Vitaman and Tiege Hanley. Seriously, it seems like you can't watch any men's lifestyle video on YouTube without some influencer telling you, you know what? You need a skincare routine. Gents, this is the fight that nobody asked for. Vitaman versus Tiege Hanley, which one is right for you? In all seriousness, gents, over the last couple years, I have promoted both of these companies quite a bit. I thought, who better qualified than to talk about the differences between each of these companies and, depending on who you are, which one you'd want to go with. Now, of course, my view will be biased because I'm a co-owner of Vitaman, but you know what, Tiege Hanley, I know the founders, I know the owners, and it is a great company, and I'm going to try to be pretty transparent on some of the amazing things that make them different. So first up, let's talk about the difference in their product lines, and I'm going to start with Tiege Hanley. They have under 10 products, and they are skincare focused. What I love about Tiege Hanley is how they make it really simple. They focus in on the problem. You know what? You want to start a skincare routine? Start with their level 1. It comes with 4 products delivered to your door once a month. You get the wash, which is a great wash. You get their scrub, and they tell you exactly how much to use and when to use it. You don't want to use it every single day. Then they've got their AM, pretty simply named, right? You put this moisturizer on first thing in the morning, and then you've got their PM. You're going to apply this in the evening. Now, the genius of Tiege Hanley is how they take this base system and they build on top of it. So if you're dealing with bags under the eyes, you want to go up to their level 2 system, they've got an eye cream. They add it right to the base 4 and you've got their level 2. Or maybe you get a little bit older, you're getting a few wrinkles and you want to work to get rid of those. Then you want to check out their firming serum. You're going to find this in their level 3. Now, if you're dealing with acne, you're going to want to check out their acne system level 1. If it's a bit more severe, check out their level 2. And again, what I love about this is they reuse the same products. We've got the wash, we've got the AM, we've got the PM cream, and they're just bringing in one new ingredient. Again, depends on the severity as to which one you're going to want to go with. Now, when it comes to the different products, an interesting detail that a lot of people don't know is that they've got larger sizes of their AM and their PM moisturizers, their wash, and their scrub over on Amazon. Yes, you can buy it there. If you just want a larger container you really like, their AM cream, you don't want anything else, then you can actually purchase it there. Now, jumping over to Vitaman, you're going to immediately notice a lot more products. In fact, we've got 30 products right now on the website. That being said, only 10 of the products are specifically focused on skincare. Now, you may be wondering, why do I want a specific face cleaner? Why do both companies focus in on this? Because both companies know it's important. You don't want to overdo this. A lot of people just use hand soap, the same soap that they're using on the rest of their body. No, you want to use something specifically designed for the face. It's going to be gentler. When it comes down to it, hand soap really overdoes it and strips away too much of the oil and moisture from your face. Now, when it comes to face scrubs, you're looking for something that has an exfoliant. This is going to have small particles in there that help to dislodge parts of the skin and basically clean up the skin, help bring the fresh skin to the surface. You don't want to overdo this. I would say exfoliate your skin at most 3 times a week. Also similar to Tiege, we've got an anti-aging serum, basically this right here, anti-wrinkles, and then you've got one made specifically for the eyes. What's going to be the difference? Well, in both companies, you're going to find that the eye serum is going to be a little bit heavier, a little bit thicker. Why? Because it needs to sit under the eyes and it should take longer to actually soak in, versus what's going to go more on parts of the face like the forehead. You want it to penetrate and soak in immediately. Now, unlike Tiege, Vitaman's only going to have one facial moisturizer. Tiege has 2, and it makes sense because they got their AM and their PM. Basically, in their AM, they're going to have an SPF of 20 that's going to protect you from the harmful rays of the sun, and their PM is going to be a little bit thicker, a little bit, I would say, heavier, and that's basically to sit on your skin overnight and to slowly penetrate. So I really do like their system. This one right here, though, we did this on purpose because we decided not to go with an SPF. Why would we not put sunblock in this? Because it can be a little bit oily, it can be a little bit reflective, and the way we figure it, people would want to add their own sunblock maybe after they put on the moisturizer. So which one's better? Well, the question should actually be, which one's better for you? Because some people are really sensitive to sunblock. Other people, they don't want to think about it. They want the sunblock in their morning moisturizer. So find the company that works for you and then go for it. Now, over at Vitaman, we do have a body moisturizer. And if you're familiar with the difference between body moisturizers, face moisturizers, hand moisturizers, you know that hand and body moisturizers are going to be heavier. There is a chance that they can clog up pores on the skin. The skin on the face is the thinnest and it's the most sensitive. So usually you want to go with something that's going to be a bit lighter. Our body moisturizer is actually made to last a bit longer, so it's going to be a little bit heavier. it's going to be a little bit thicker, and it's great for the body, and that's why we do have a difference between our body and face moisturizers. Now, Vitaman doesn't have an acne product. They actually take a different approach. There are many ways to treat acne, and one of them is actually using a sea salt scrub, and that's exactly what we have. So the sea salt scrub, it's really good as well. If you get acne, if you have acne on other parts of your body, this is what you're going to want to try, because it's a lot cheaper than putting on a cream or a moisturizer, and it's something you can develop a habit. It's going to basically clean up the skin. It's going to help to open up the pores and to get rid of acne. So give it a shot if you've never tried a sea salt body scrub. Another key difference between Vitaman and Tiege Hanley is that Vitaman was founded by a woman. 20 years ago, Claire came in from the beauty industry and said, you know what, I want to create a line for men. So she brought over a lot of things, a lot of secrets that the ladies know that a lot of guys are clueless about. One of them is the power of the mask. If you've never tried a mud mask or an anti-aging mask, basically being able to relax and let this product soak into your skin, you're really missing out. Seriously, put on that mask, take a hot bath, turn the music up, and ignore the girlfriend. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Just blame it on me. Another product unique to Vitaman is going to be our skin protector. So this is actually pretty popular over in Asia. Vitaman is an Australian company. They're tuned into the Korean market, what's going on over there, and they know that lots of you guys live in big cities, tons of pollutants around. You want to be able to put something on your skin with antioxidants that's going to protect your skin throughout the day. Even if you're 25 years old, this is a great product for men that care about taking care of their skin. Now, that's only 1/3 of the products over at Vitaman, but the rest of the products over at Vitaman, they're more for your entire grooming needs. So if you want a specialty shampoo, you've got thinning hair, you've got oily hair, you're going to find the right shampoo and the conditioner over at Vitaman. If you want particular shaving products, whether it's a shaving cream, shaving gel, a shaving oil, you want the best aftershave balm, and I'll talk about that, why I joined the company at the end of this video. It was that aftershave balm that did it for me. Amazing product. But if you're looking for maybe a natural deodorant, if you're looking for a hair care product that's going to keep your hair in place, that's what's over at Vitaman. But that goes beyond, I think, skincare, and that's where Tiege is focused on skincare. And so for this video, I'm not going to go into that much more detail about those other products, but I will say, if you're looking to solve all of your grooming needs, that's where Vitaman is going to shine. If you want everything to smell right, you want your shampoo to work with your skincare products, to work with your shaving products, and for it all to be under the same brand who knows that, how it's all going to smell and work together, then Vitaman's going to be a good choice there. Next up, let's talk about how the companies deliver their products. And this is another big difference. Tiege is a system. You notice their products are a lot smaller. Well, that's because you sign up for a monthly subscription, and every single month, without having to think about it, you get the products delivered to your door. Now, what I love about Tiege is they've actually done the research. They've gone back and forth. They show you exactly how much to use. So it's pretty rare, at least in my experience, that I would actually run out of something before another box showed up. But Tiege does a really good job allowing you to go in there and adjust the settings. So if you want to wait a couple weeks, or if you want to skip a month, you're going to be able to do that. This is really smart in my opinion. One of the things that so many guys are frustrated about when it comes to their skincare, when it comes to simply grooming, is remembering what you need, what to do. You don't want to run out. You don't want to fall out of your routine. And Tiege understood this and came in and just really made it easy and solved the problem. Now, Vitaman does have kits, and they do have a subscription system that you can sign up for and actually save money using, but they don't have the same type of system where they really try to get you to use the system. It is something that, we give you a lot of freedom to be able to go in there and choose things, but with that freedom can come a little bit of confusion. I know some of you guys, you get on the website, you're like, there's so many different options. One thing that I do promise you over at Vitaman is if you simply email us and say, hey, here's a picture, here are my problems, can you give me suggestions? We're a small company, so we respond to every single email, and we try to give guys guidance and advice. It's something that we still try to call every single customer just to thank them for ordering. So it's a big deal for us, and we're trying to figure that out. But, I don't think we have as good of a system as what Tiege has, but we do have tons of products, and you can kind of go through, and if you're the kind of person that you want, this every, 2 months, or you want this once a month, or you don't want this product because you're never going to use a wash or a scrub, then that makes sense to actually go in and kind of build your own, and that's what Vitaman does allow. That being said, down in the description of today's video, I am going to put together some sets and some kits that will save you money. So if you're considering trying Vitaman, then go check it out, and I will also link over to Tiege Hanley. Great company. I'm proud to support them. All those links will be down in the description of today's video. So now let's get into the details. Let's talk about the ingredients that both companies have and where they're different in the ingredients in their products. So first up, both companies actually have products like allantoin. This is a non-irritating ingredient that soothes and protects the skin. You've got aloe vera. It's going to soothe and serve as an anti-inflammatory. You've got willow bark extract. It's an exfoliant. It basically has the properties that is going to help to clean up the skin and get rid of dirt and any product buildup on the scalp. You've also got citric acid. It works by exfoliating the upper layers of the dead skin. You've got coconut oil. It's really rich in fatty acids and antioxidants, and it helps to prevent aging. You've got cucumber extract. It's composed of proteins, lipids, vitamin C. It helps to relieve basically puffy skin. Both companies are using eucalyptus oil, lavender oil, rosemary leaf oil, jojoba seed oil. All of these are effective in treating skin conditions, helping treat acne. Basically, they're great things for your skin. Both companies also use marine collagen, and there have been tons of studies out there that the application of marine collagen is going to help to repair your skin's own collagen, along with the elastin protein properties. Basically, you don't want the skin getting super thick, because when it does that, that's when it kind of loses a lot of its tightness properties, and all of a sudden you start getting wrinkles all over the place. Both companies are also using sea salt, which is a great exfoliant. You've got zinc, which helps with anti-inflammatory, basically so you don't get redness on your skin. Both companies are also using squalane and vitamin E. So squalane is going to penetrate the skin, and it's going to help to moisturize it. It's going to help basically to keep the skin hydrated. Vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant. So this is basically going to penetrate the skin, and it's going to help to basically deal with the damage done by free radicals and basically the UV rays of the sun. Now, what's the difference between the two companies when it comes to ingredients? So over at Tiege, they've got activated charcoal, and they're going to use that mostly in their scrub, and that's going to help clean up the skin. We're also going to see moloca seed oil, and this is basically easily absorbed by the skin. It's an excellent natural moisturizer. We're also going to see ingredients like avobenzone. If you're not familiar, basically this is going to absorb UV rays, and that makes a lot of sense because in their morning moisturizer, don't forget they've got a product SPF of 20 with that thing, so it makes sense if you want to protect yourself from the sun. Some of their products also contain hydrogenated jojoba wax. If you're not familiar, if you've dealt with any type of psoriasis or maybe even acne, you may know that this is a great treatment, something that is actually shown to be effective. So I actually like that. I mean, the ingredients here are solid. Now, when it comes to the ingredients of Vitaman, what really makes this company different is they pull all their product ingredients from the Australian outback. This is really interesting. And one of the reasons I took an ownership stake in the company is I felt this was a really unique approach. So you've probably never heard of Kakadu plum. This is a specific product that's only found in Australia, and it's got 100 times the amount of vitamin C as an orange has, you're going to find in Kakadu plum. Now, vitamin C, as you probably know, is a very powerful antioxidant. It can also help with skin repair, specifically in collagen. That's why we've got Kakadu plum in our anti-age serum. Next up, we've got bamboo powder. We use this in our face scrub. So instead of using small plastic particles, which never seem to go away and actually hurt the environment, we use bamboo powder, which is a natural material, and it's a great exfoliator. And if you're dealing with acne, it's going to help with that as well. Next up, we've got grapeseed extract. So this has a lot of vitamin E, and vitamin E is great for the skin, collagen, for the tone of your skin. We use it in all of our skincare products. Next up, we've got algae extract, and this is really great for fighting inflammation of the scalp. When you get inflammation of the scalp, you start to lose your hair. Your hair gets thinner. It just doesn't grow at the rate it should. So again, we're trying to use natural products to solve problems that I think a lot of guys have. We also use shea butter in all of our moisturizers. So that's a natural ingredient that basically is going to use fatty acids and nutrients to infuse that right into your skin and keep it soft and looking good. Other products you're going to find are going to be grapefruit peel oil. You're going to find sweet orange peel oil and lang lang flower oil. If you're not familiar with that, that basically, if you're getting really oily scalp, that's going to help solve the issue. In a nutshell, all the ingredients you find in Vitaman products are going to be natural. This is a company that sells throughout the European Union where there's a lot of regulation, and it was something that Claire took this really seriously, that she wanted every single ingredient to be labeled right there on the container so that people can go onto the website and they can see what you're actually getting in the product. Now let's talk money. Which company is more expensive? Which company costs more, and which company is the better deal. Now, unfortunately, it's not an easy one-to-one comparison because these companies sell differently. Tiege, as I talked about, they sell as a system. So you can't go out there and just buy this by itself. You've got to buy the base system plus the eyes and then the next level, which this is in level 3. You can go buy this over at Vitaman, and it's also twice the size of Tiege, but is it a better deal? Oh, now over at Vitaman, I can put together a package very similar to what you're going to get over at Tiege. And if I were to subscribe, I'm going to get an additional discount. And so, yeah, I'm going to pay more than twice as much, but I'm going to get 3 times as much product. That being said, over at Tiege, for less money, I can actually try all their products for a month and actually see if they work with me. I don't need to buy a whole bunch of products and take the risk that I'm going to get something that I don't want. Although you may find that, hey, I'm getting this product. I'm never going to use the eyes. I like their anti-aging, but yeah, the eye product isn't for me. It may be something that you end up getting a lot of product just to have to get another product, and you end up getting something in your cupboard that you don't use. That being said, Tiege's done a great job allowing you to be able to go into your account and adjust your settings. So if you're getting too much product or if you want a bit more, you can adjust that. And like I said, you can go over to Amazon. If you like a particular product, you go through it a bit faster, well, you can go ahead and grab it right there. So when it comes to price, I'm going to have to say it's a wash. I am the one, the way your son don't need. I know, I'm a funny guy. All right, guys, so I know you got an opinion. I want to hear from you down in the comments. Which one is better? Tiege, Hanley, Vitaman? Which team are you on? Team Tiege? Team Vitaman? Let me know down below. I'll be getting down there and engaging with you guys, having fun. The only wrong mistake you can make when it comes to your choice here is not going with one or the other. Guys, take care of your skin. Take care of your body. This is the one body you have. You want to look good. You want to feel great. And when you take care of your skin, when you take care of your body, other people are going to notice. You're going to notice, and you're going to feel good. Your confidence is going to shoot up, guys. It makes a difference. Take care of your skin. What video to watch next? How about mistakes mature men make trying to look young? Guys, if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, you do not want to make these mistakes. What am I talking about? Find out in this video right here.